waving at me and trying to get me to go out and get the parcel. So I was trying to point out to leave it on my fence, which he's done. so, so there's a box sitting up on my fence. But that's cool. I will go and get it when we're finished. It will stay there fine. Although it would have been better, looking at it now, it would have been better if he'd sat it flat, not upright. But hey, all good. Hello, Cynthia. Lovely to see you. Wonderful. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Michelle's another beautiful teacher. Follow her. Hello, Nikisha. Wonderful to see you too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, my camera's here because this is the camera I can turn under and I need to look at the computer over there to see what you're typing. So, so I'm not ignoring you. It's just there. Absolutely. Hello, Susie. Wonderful. Oh, it's so good seeing you all pop in. How many of you have got tea to loose tea to join in with us? Jennifer, hello, my darling. Lovely to see you too. Ah, so many beautiful friends. It's just amazing. I just love it. I love it. Not today. You will have to check, Cynthia. Okay. Hello, Debbie from Wisconsin. Wonderful. Is it your first time, Debbie? Lovely to have you. Lovely to meet you. And I'm so happy you're joining us today. I was just asking if anyone has tea to join with us too. Second time. Beautiful. I thought I might have seen your bubble before. So wonderful. Wonderful. I'm so glad you came back. That is exciting. Exciting. Excellent. Well, today I've got my little chamomile won't give you, chamomile is a beautiful tea and I love chamomile, but it won't give you any leaves to read because it just goes into the balls just sort of open up. But by all means, just have a chamomile if you want to. Most of the best teas, and for everyone else too, most of the best teas, well, the best teas are green teas, black teas, white teas, and oolongs. They're the best, yeah. Yeah, so they're the ones that you can actually read and see symbols in your own teacup, which is lovely. But Cynthia, if you don't have that, just enjoy a cup of chamomile. Not a problem at all. Not a problem. Yes, yes, Cynthia. You can cut open a tea bag and use those leaves. But for tea bags, they chop the leaves a whole lot finer, so they might just go into a clump. And I've done it before, and they're not too bad. But yeah, sometimes they're just chopped so fine to get enough tea in the tea bag to give it flavour that they don't actually read very well. But I've done it, so it's worth a try. Yeah. You have some milk oolong tonight. So you have milk in it, Susie, or not? And did you do it? Did you make it just with the leaves still there, not in a teapot? Yes, yeah. I have been a tea drinker. I gave up drinking coffee because I had a near-death experience, and when I got out of hospital and started back to coffee, because I love coffee. I love the smell of coffee. Coffee no longer liked me. So I tried it a few times and regretted it every few times. So I don't drink coffee anymore. And that was about 16 years ago now that I gave it up. So, I would have a hot chocolate occasionally when I go out, but mostly tea. Mostly tea. So that's my how I started. Ah, it's called, I haven't heard of that one before, milk oolong. Wonderful. I'll have to look that up, Susie. I will definitely have to look that up. Milk oolong. I'm going to write that down because that sounds interesting. Milk oolong. Mine and my cup is a mixture of oolong and Yunnan. Yunnan. It's a hard word to say. And the Yunnan is a stronger tea, and the oolong is a bit milder, and so that makes a nice blend for me because I don't like them too strong, but I also don't like them too weak. So the medium and the strong together, so I've got less of the strong and more of the medium, and that makes it a really nice blend that I've put together, which is good. So I've got my candle here, and isn't it so cute? This is my little teacup candle, so we'll get that lit. It's only the second time it's been used, and it is dragon's blood. It is beautiful. The smell is amazing. Who knew that dragon's blood could smell so good? It is yummy, yummy, yummy. So there it is in its little teacup. So cute. I couldn't resist that when I saw that, so we'll put that there. I've got my bergamot. Love having my bergamot on. I put it on. The only one I don't put it on is the face yoga one, and because I'm putting oil on my hands then. And yeah, it is cute, Cynthia. It is. So I put it on my hands when I'm doing lives, when I'm meditating, when I'm journaling, and I'll even do it when I'm doing some art and that too, because any creativity sort of thing, because it's very citrusy and so it just lifts your spirits and clears your head and clears your mind so that you can actually think about what you're doing, especially when it comes to art. But it definitely helps in opening up that inner wisdom and inner insight as well. And it just smells divine. It just smells divine. And then today I brought along my gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous wee turtle. Isn't he so cute? And he's Labradorite. In last week's lesson we did, haven't coughed all morning, start talking to you and I cough. Last week we did in my crystals was Lepidolite. And this little wee fella is Labradorite, and he's so cute. And Labradorite is great for, it's magical. It's great if you want to do rituals or spells or anything that's magical. And there's so much in this world that's magical. And so they call it the stone of magic. But it's also the stone of intuition and transformations. And especially transformations, it's good for inner vision, and obviously because of the intuition, but it also protects your energy when you're going through change, any sorts of changes. And who couldn't resist a little wee turtle to help you get through change? He's just delightful. So he's sitting there watching with us. It's going to provide us with intuition, but that little bit of magic as well, which is just delightful, just delightful. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have carnelian necklace on today too. There we go. And it is courage and strength carnelian. And it's a lovely, lovely, lovely wee necklace. It's really nice. It's one of my bigger ones that I wear, and it just sits there, and you can without even touching it, you can feel its presence. It is really, really beautiful, really beautiful. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's start as we always do with our Green Witch Oracle, and we'll see what sort of message the plant world has to tell us today before we get into our tea and our leaves. And it's always interesting to see. I have a deck at the end as well, and it's always interesting to see how amazingly they marry up with the leaves quite often, which is just beautiful. It's really, really lovely. All right, so let's see what the Green Witch has for us. There we go, protection. I was just talking about protection with my Labradorite. And this is an onion. What do you think onions protect you from? onions. Let's see. Oh goodness, that's not another one, is it? Onions, onions, onions. Onions are, if you look at it from the oracle meaning, onions share ways to take responsibility and empower your own life. They indicate that you're on the right path, that you are protected, and that you have to keep going and not give up. So believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself and listen to that beautiful, beautiful inner voice that you have. Your truth is the most important element right now. So take care that you do not take on things you really do not understand, or that are not part of your journey, your personal journey. Now, onions add amazing flavor. I mean, a lot of people don't like onions, but they may add amazing flavor to meals. I particularly like, well, I like most onions actually, but I love red onions in a salad. Beautiful. So onions do well if they're planted after a leafy green crop in a well-drained, potassium-rich soil that is free draining. Full sun is also required, and they can be successfully grown in larger pots. You don't need a garden. So plant from summer to spring in cold climates, and then midsummer to mid-autumn in more warmer temperate climates. And from autumn to winter if you're in a tropical climate. And then harvest once the foliage begins to die off. So you'll see all the green growing and all that, and then once that starts to die, you know that your onions are ready for harvesting. And that can take about 5 to 6 months after you've planted them. And there are beautiful magical things you can do with that are connected to onions. They are used for endurance, they're used for lust, they're used for spiritual health, and they banish negativity, and they're great for healing. And they're connected to Ione and Osiris and Mars and Aries. So, and there's a little wee protection spell. I'm all into my spells at the moment. I've got a Green Witch journal that has a whole lot of spells in it. I should share some of them with you. They are amazing. And most of them don't take long at all, and they're just fabulous. So this is a quick and easy emergency protection spell that you can do anywhere. So take a bowl of any edible food, make sure it's got onion in it, and hold it. This is probably not something you want to do in a restaurant. Hold it above your head with your eyes closed and visualize a bolt of red, powerful energy followed by a white wave of light. And that's empowering and that's cleansing your food. So, and then eat the food. And with each swallow, feel the protection of the onion filling you. So how simple, but how beautiful. And I might have to try that next time I have onion in my meal. I think that is quite a gorgeous wee thing to do. And the red and the white light, amazing, amazing. All right, who's ready with their tea? I've got mine here, so let's turn the, let's get rid of some stuff here. Got my mouse, got my book, don't need my phone. Let's turn the camera over so that you can actually see what's going on. There we go. There we go. Up, tighten up, tighten up. Oh, there we go. That took a bit of tightening. So in my cup, I've got, as I said, the oolong and the yunnan, and there's about a teaspoon in there. Slightly less for this cup because it is a tiny wee cup, so I've gone slightly less. But normally you would do a teaspoon per person, and you can do it in a teapot. See, I've got my teapot here, and that's just got water in it. just so that you can see the leaves. And often, because this is a nice tiny little teapot and the spout is very narrow, often the leaves don't come out as well. And even some bigger pots are like that. They have a very narrow spout and the leaves don't come out as well. But it is a beautiful, beautiful thing to do with your friends. And you can... Hi, David. So wonderful to see you. Welcome. David is another amazing teacher. He is a composer. His music is spectacular. And I've just loaded 3 new tracks, and I'll share them later, actually, or one of them. He allowed me to use his music. So his music is in the background on my 3 new tracks. Welcome, David. Welcome. Yes. So, in the cup, as I said, is the tea leaves, bit of hair there. You got long hair, it goes everywhere. So we pour the water in. If you've got a teapot, just pour it into your cup, and some leaves should come out. And then there were some bubbles, and there's some bubbles still on the side. There were some wee bubbles when I started, and that just means that angels, the unseen, they're close by us and watching over us. And then we have the floaters at the top. And there's a few floaters there, not as many as normal. And that is symbolizing that we're going to get visitors. And this can be physical and spiritual. So you might get one or the other, or you might get both. And how lucky if you get both. How wonderful, how wonderfully magical if you get both. Amazing, amazing. And so then we get, I'll just put the teapot over there for a minute. Then we get the spoon. We stir it once clockwise. Just let those leaves stir up. And now we let it brew for about 5 minutes. So while that's brewing, let's do a wee meditation. And it will include a sipping ritual. So have your tea close by so you can sit and enjoy the sipping ritual as well. So let's just take a few breaths, breathing nice and in, slowly. Holding it at the top. And then just breathe out. Nice, slow, and longer than your breath in. Breathe in again. Hold at the top. And release. Nice, long, slow release. Let's do it again, one more time. In. Hold at the top. And release. Nice, long, slow release. And now just imagine that the dawn rests lightly over rolling hills of emerald green. It's just coming up over the hills. And the tea bushes stretch in perfect gentle waves across the land. The leaves glistening with silver dew. Tiny jewels catch the first breath of morning light. And a warm, beautiful mist curls low over the fields, rising up like the sigh of the earth itself. Wraps around your ankles, your wrists, your heart. Not cold, not heavy, just soft. A living invitation. As you walk between the rows, you feel the land breathing beneath you. soil is rich, dark, fragrant, holding stories of rain, sun, and centuries of tending hands. And then something stirs. A figure steps from the mist, a tea spirit, woven of pale vapor and green gold light. Its eyes are warm like steeped oolong, its presence gentle like warm steam rising from the cup. And without words, it guides you deeper into the plantation, where the hills gather into natural amphitheatre of leaves and light. The air hums with quiet magic, magic of patience, growth, and living cycles. The tea spirit touches a single leaf. A glow spreads through the plant, and you feel a warmth in your chest. A reminder that you, too, are always growing, always softening, always becoming something richer, something beautiful. And in this place, you are not rushed. You are not pulled. You simply are. And you're rooted and rising at the same time. Grounded and flowing upwards. And a wooden tea hut appears at the edge of the plantation, small, open, filled with sunlight. It's drifting down through bamboo slats. Inside waits a steaming bowl of tea. Its fragrance earthy, floral, warm, like green hills whispering their stories. The tea spirit sits beside you, its form swirling lightly, as if made of both mist and memory. And you lift the bowl, and before you sip, you picture the hands that picked the leaves, gentle, patient. And when you drink, you feel that patience settle into your bones. A breeze rolls through the hut. Mist enters, swirling around your bowl. And as you sip, you taste freshness, newness, clarity. The world inside you brightens. Beautiful white light brightening inside you. The tea spirit raises a hand, and a single green leaf drifts from the air and lands in your cup. It dissolves instantly into light, and as you sip again, you feel a soft expansion in your heart, like something amazing opening. You close your eyes. You see the plantation, the rows, the hills, the mist, and you feel all of it inside you, grounded like soil, growing like tea, glowing like morning. And if you're sipping your tea with me, with your leaves, in this final sip, make sure you leave about half a teaspoon of liquid in the cup. And as the tea spirit bows, you take that final sip. Your breath deepens. Your body unwinds. And you sense you have harvested something subtle but so profound. And it's your own quiet strength. Spirit presses a glowing leaf into your hands. It becomes warm, then soft, then pure light, and settles into your heart. Leaf and mist, calm and light, guide my spirit soft and bright. Tea of earth and morning air, grow my soul with gentle care. And now with the cup, what we do is we swirl it around, put the handle facing away, give it a swirl, turn it around, anti-clockwise this time. Swirl it around, turn it around, swirl it around, and twirl it around. You do that 3 times. And now you turn it over. So I am notoriously renowned for spilling, so I put a paper towel in mine. I've got to live up to my name, Spiller. And put that saucer over the cup and give it a good twist. And then we just leave it there for about 30 seconds. And just let it settle in. It just lets the leaves sort of settle, lets them it lets them settle into shapes and patterns so that they can tell us something, give us a message. And then we turn it over. Just like that. And there are your leaves. Ah, I just saw that, Cynthia. You love turtles. Yeah, and they're just amazing. My little wee turtle sitting here watching us. Labradorite. The wind blowing in. It's blowing my candle. And so have a look and let me see what you see. This is your cup. This is your message. It is always my message too. It always means much to me. So can we see anything in there? I can see a few things already. What about you? Are we there? Is anyone home? We're all very quiet today, or the chat's not working. I love it. Yay, Patricia. Hello, Patricia. Your cup is very messy, Cynthia. Okay, you'll have to send it to me. So you know where to send it. You've got my WhatsApp thing. And anyone can send their cup to me if they are having trouble with what they are seeing in their cup. Then you are most welcome to see it, and I can see what I can see and then get a message that way from you. So Patricia sees an island, so let's write an island down. Get that in the system. And Nikisha, you see a dragon. Dragon sitting with the wings folded behind. Dragon. Folded wings. So is he a bit closed up maybe? Yeah, I saw what looks like a poodle. This one here. There. There. To me, he looks like a poodle begging. Yeah. Ah, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised, Cynthia. You'll be surprised what I can see in it. Poodle sitting up begging. Or dog. But he looks like a poodle to me. A mermaid. Oh, yes, I can see that. Yes, a mermaid. You're onto it, Nikisha. Fabulous. A mermaid. Shall I turn it around a bit? Don't forget the things on the top as well. So when we have the things around the rim, so I'll hold it like that for you to have a wee look-see there on the rim first. The message from those symbols on the rim will happen almost instantly. When they're further down in the middle, it is about 1 to 2 weeks. And then when everything is sitting in the bottom, the message will reveal itself in about a month's time. And I love looking back. I always write down what messages were, especially the ones in the bottom, so that I can go back in about a month and go, yes, and that has happened. And it is really, really beautiful to see. So anything on those top ones, now that, I don't know, to me this looks like a number, 261. But yeah, I like that. I don't know one too. That's awesome. And what do we think this one here is? You can see the number? Yeah, yeah. All right, let's put 261 down as well. I love numbers. Love numbers when they come up. A music note. Do you know which one? On this here? Or on this part here? Yeah, go down. On that part there. Music note. An old key. Like that. Old key. Fabulous. And what about this one here, if I can get it in the right position? This one there. Anything there? Microscope. I like that. Now, if we turn that around, that's the way we started. So if we go around this way, see if you can see anything else. Right, Mark. Oh, I can't spell. Oh dear, I'm having troubles. Microscope. Oh dear. Oh, that's awesome. I love those hearts. I love seeing those hearts. Oh, Nikisha, I love it. I love what you see. That is so awesome. Awesome. Child sitting on cliff. That is just so awesome. Reaching to a flower pot. Oh, and a flower pot. Flower pot. And hello, JG, lovely to see you. Child tapping a woman's back. Child tapping woman's back. And a kite high in the air. I love it when we see things flying. That's fabulous. Wonderful. And you can see that too, Nikisha. Cynthia, yes. Fabulous. Excellent. Do we need it turned just a little bit more? Otherwise, we will go and see what the message is. All right, let's see what we can get out of all these beautiful things. Oh, a cowboy or girl on horseback. Let's do person on horseback. Makes it It won't make much difference. Fabulous, fabulous. Hello, me again. Let's tighten this up. You can see the hat. Yes, yes. Yeah, the hat does make a difference. And but not a huge difference. So let's see what we've got out of the leaves today. And let's shift some things. I can read my book. See what I've written down. And so we had what did we have first? We had the island. There we go. Trying to read my own writing. Islands are beautiful because they don't mean loneliness. They mean a sacred place, a sacred pause. And so it doesn't necessarily need to be a physical island. You can have your own beautiful sacred pause in your day. But it also represents that liminal space as well around you. And so it's all about setting time for yourself, setting time for yourself and setting that aside and making it a priority. And like a little wee spiritual retreat for yourself. And you'll definitely tap into your intuition, and you will gain some beautiful inner wisdom. And it doesn't have to be long. You'll be amazed at how a beautiful short practice like that can just tap into something so beautiful. Yeah. And then we had the dragon with its wings folded. And that's because dragons are very powerful. But with its wings folded, it means it's more dormant. It's a dormant sort of power. But it's still great strength because they're still very strong, and even when they're resting. And they are very wise, wonderful creatures. And they always try to choose the more patient side than the forceful side. And that is a mastery. That is something we could all master very well. And they show you that you've got to know when not to act, and to just step back, or to just stop and pause, like the island, just stop and pause for a wee bit. Then we had the poodle, and poodles are, or the dog, any dog. I just thought it looked like a poodle to me. And that is innocence and trust. A bit like a child. When you see a child, it's innocence and trust, and the same with dogs. And when you see dogs in the leaves, it's a reminder to ask, you don't have to be afraid to ask for help. You don't have to be shameful when you feel like you need help, and ask for it. But it also speaks of loyalty and playfulness, beautiful playfulness, when you see a dog, especially if it's a puppy, just beautiful, but definitely loyalty as well. Loyalty, innocence, and trust. And then we had the mermaid, was that right? Mermaids bridge worlds. That's right, we saw the mermaid's tail. I didn't write tail beside it. Bridging worlds. I love mermaids. I have a moon goddess journal at the moment that my husband bought me for Christmas, and the first season in it is about mermaids, and it's just so beautiful. It's so magical and it makes you smile. It's just wonderful. And so mermaids, they bring two worlds together. They bring all the worlds together. They're just lovely. Hi, Haley. Yes, yes. Wonderful to see you. Excellent. Thank you for popping in. Another beautiful friend. Mermaids are emotional truth. They are intuition. And actually, that was interesting. We were talking about intuition in my journal entry today with the mermaids and the call of the subconscious. And it could mean you're learning to live comfortably between logic and magic. There's nothing wrong with being very logical, but to have that little playful, magical side as well. And then we saw the 261, and that is a 2-6. It's an alignment. It's a sequence of alignment when it's 2-6-1. So the 2 is balance. I love numbers. Balance, partnership, inner harmony for 2. The 6 is nurturing, and it's home, and it's heart-centered. And then the 1 is all about new beginnings, and self-leadership. But when you put them together in the 2-6-1, that is a fabulous new beginning that's rooted in emotional safety and balance. And that's it just goes with everything else we've been looking at as well. Then we had the music note, and music, it is about expression. But when you see that the leaves, well, when you play music, it's about soul expression as well, and that's what the leaves are trying to say. It's soul music. You might have a message inside you that wants to be sung, or maybe just spoken, but shared, and that's a beautiful thing to do. There was an old key that we saw, and that keys are always about access and being granted access. So but when it's an old key, it's something that has been long held, or maybe it's been forgotten and is now ready to open. And maybe it's for you, that you already possess what you need to move forward and to open a new door. Then we had the microscope. Why am I having issues with that word today? Microscope. Close attention. When you're looking at something in a microscope, it's close up, it's close attention. It's remembering that the small details hold the biggest truths, and that curiosity is sacred. It is beautifully sacred. So look closer, rather than rushing into something and rushing forward. Look closer. Stop, pause, like the island, and look closer, just for a little minute before moving on. And then we had the child on a cliff. That's right, reaching for the flower pot. That is being brave, because they're on the cliffside, but still innocent because it's a child. So it's brave innocence. So and with the flower pot, it's ready for beauty, despite the uncertainty, by sitting on the cliff top. And it shows trust. This is showing trust in life. Trust your life, even at all those emotional edges that we surround ourselves with. Just trust. And then we have the child tapping on the woman's back. It's saying, hello, I want to be acknowledged. And if it keeps tapping, it's gentle insistence, like, please, come on, please notice me. And then stop and trust that you will be noticed. And then we have the kite. the kite flying. That just comes back to joy again, and joy with the elements. It's been guided by the wind. And it's surrender too, because once it's up in the air, it's under the control of the wind. So it's letting yourself be lifted while still staying grounded and tethered. And I love this. These are just such good things. I love what you see in these leaves, guys. You're amazing. And then we had the person with a hat, with the cowboy hat, on the horseback, and that's a journey. They're going on a journey. The journey's underway. It's steady. It's a steady forward progress, steady forward movement, but guided by experience and confidence. And maybe rather than speed, maybe the horse is not galloping. It's just trotting through. Can you imagine it? Just trotting through a beautiful field, and all the wildflowers blooming, and so it's just peaceful. It's movement, and you'll get the breeze moving around you as well, and it's just it's a beautiful guided experience. It's fabulous. All right, that was our leaves today. So let's see what they are sort of gently saying overall as well. So settle in again. More lovely hearts. Thank you. Let's just settle in. Let's just close our eyes. Let's just breathe. Let's soften your body. And just soften it like the gravity. You know, it's not pulling you down. It's just holding you in place. It's been kind. And then with each breath, just imagine the noise of the world just drifting away. And now you arrive by water. And before you is an island, small, self-contained. It is floating in an amazing sea, amazing ocean that's glowing greens and blues. But it's also glowing with memory. And so this place also exists outside of time. Nothing chases you here. And then as your feet touch the sand, the air changes, it's quieter, it's wiser. And at the center of the island, you see the dragon, its wings folded gently around it. Does not stir, because it doesn't need to. And you understand without words that power does not push, does not rush. Power waits. And you bow to that dragon, not in fear, but in recognition. And you continue walking on the sand. And then a poodle comes along, sits upright along the path. Its eyes are bright, trusting. And it's not begging from lack. It's asking because it knows it's safe in your company. Just let that soften something in you. That loyalty, that trust. And then the path curves back towards the water. And as you stare out at the ocean, a mermaid surfaces, half light, half depth. Beautiful blue, green, opalescent tail. And she does not beckon. She just simply exists, reminding you that you do not need to choose between worlds. You are allowed to be in both. And then you can hear some music, like a whisper. And there's just one beautiful, resounding musical note that's drifting through the air, vibrating gently in your chest. And you know that this is your frequency. No change, no correction. It's yours. With that soft musical note still beating and vibrating in your chest, you notice buried or half buried in the sand an old key. And as you hold it, you realize there's no lock. Not yet. But still, there's permission. And you continue inward. You start to notice tiny details now. Shells, patterns, breath, as though you're looking through a microscope. Seeing the sacred hidden in the small. And you look up from the beach in front of you to the cliffs beside you, and you see a child sitting up there, reaching oh so carefully forward toward a flower growing in a pot. And that reach is brave, but it doesn't scare you, because the moment is so beautifully tender. And then you feel another child tapping on your back. You turn. And this is the part of you that wanted to be noticed, not rescued, not fixed, just seen. You acknowledge them. The child on the cliff. Child behind you. You look up and you see a kite flying. It's lifting and swirling and dancing in the wind. It's tethered, but yet it's still free. And let your breath follow its movement. And then in the distance, at the other end of the beach, there's a cowboy on horseback, moving steadily along the horizon. There's no rush. The journey continues. It's safe. The island speaks not in words but knowing. It's saying to you, you may rest without losing momentum. You may soften without losing strength. You may begin again, gently. remain in this island for a little bit longer. And so overall the leaves are telling you that you're allowed to move forward softly. Your power, that amazing strength and power, does not need to prove itself. But ask for what you need. Don't feel any shame in asking for what you need. And know that the way is already opening. Joy, curiosity, and trust will carry you where effort never could. When you're ready, open your eyes. Come back to this beautiful, beautiful community and space. I love that, JJ. Surrender. Mine is inhabit. The two of them go quite well together. Surrender and then inhabit. I love that, JJ. Surrender. It's beautiful. I found all the words, all the affirmation type things that went with my word of the day, word of the year, and then did a painting with inhabit in the middle and big and bold, and then all these affirmations around it. And I've got it sitting in my art room so I can see it every time I go in. Oh, excuse me, every time I go in there. It's lovely. It's a wonderful way to keep acknowledging that word throughout the year, to see it visually all the time. Lovely, my dear friends. How are we feeling? Did the leaves speak beautifully and quietly to you? Was there one that, just one that really stood out for you? Yep. I liked the island was probably my wonderful thing. I think it's that sacred pause, that rest, that self, just looking after ourselves. And yeah, and it's a bit like my face yoga too on Mondays. That's just spending a little time looking after yourself. Love that, love that. I love that you feel more peaceful, Cynthia. That is just beautiful. And it's really good when the leaves speak to us and provide us with beautiful guidance. And as I said, if it's only one symbol, one thing that you get out of that, that's one thing more than you had before we started, which is just fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Wonderful. Thank you, Hayley. Thank you. Yeah, I'm at the moment. I'm a very sort of realm-like person. I like like doing things that take us places, and to incorporate the leaves, and especially when the island came up. How could I not take you to an island and just be in some other sort of spot that we don't go to all the time? And yes, yeah. These are, this is one of my, oh, I don't know that I've actually got them here. I don't know that I put them up. No, I didn't. One of my 3 new tracks that I did. One is a chanting track, but the other is, the other 2 are very taking you on a journey into a different world, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, Hayley. Oh, I like those too. Alignment, release, profit, and peace. I had 2 that came up strongly for me, and the other one was rejuvenate. So I was going to inhabit. Sorry, my hair is still wet, and all the curls are I liked the rejuvenate and that. So you could have your main word and surrender as the middle, and then you could write all the alignment, release, profit, and peace around the outside, and maybe do it as a collage type thing. That's what I did last year, instead of just writing a whole lot of affirmation and intention type things that I did this year. But then I found pictures that represented the word that I had, whereas you could do the whole, sorry, the wind's getting strong, blowing everything, representing the whole, all of those words. So some for alignment, some for what was it, power, profit and peace, yeah, release, yeah. And you can definitely, it's fun doing some sort of artwork. Yeah, definitely a great idea. Yeah, I'd love to see them too when you finish. I love seeing everybody else's artwork. I did a meditation, a live last Tuesday, not yesterday, but last Tuesday. Mind you, a lot of you are still on Tuesday. And we wrote a letter to ourselves. It was a journaling type one. We wrote a letter to ourselves to help us get through the darkest moment in our life. And that was fascinating. So I was like, what do I do with that now that I've written it? I've got it out of here, but I really need to finish it off by doing something. So I did a tree. I did a beautiful tree with all the roots into the earth. So I had the hills and ground, the tree was coming out, and then roots into the earth. And then I wrote that letter in the earth so that you could see that there were words there, but you couldn't actually read them all. And I just knew it was just out of me then, and sitting in that beautiful earth. And yeah, so I just love doing things like that to represent the, you know, and especially with words, then you can have it all year. Put it somewhere where you can see it, and you'll have it all year, just to remind you that yes, those are my words. Those are my words. Awesome. Any questions? Any questions that you have about the tea, the leaves, any herbs? Keep the hearts going. I love the hearts. Whoever thought of that on Insight Timer to put red hearts up the side that you could click on? It was just an absolutely amazing person. Did a simple, tiny, simple little thing, but it's just, it makes you smile. It's just so special. It's lovely. It's lovely. All right, if we don't have any other questions, let's get our magical deck out and see what herb we finish up with today. What herb finishes up? To bring in my, oh no, I have got my book with herbs. If you want to know about any other herbs, or herbs are very healing. They help with all sorts of things in our body. So if you want to know about a particular herb, or you have a physical ailment you want to use herbs for to help, I can help you with that. Look, we couldn't have asked for anything better, eh? Slippery elm, soothe. That just goes with our leaves, doesn't it? That island, that sacred pause, that rest, soothe. I love it. I love it when they come out and they just confirm everything that we've seen in the leaves. It's just anything, Hayley, anything to help with puffiness, the book is just up there. I will grab it. I forgot to bring it closer. It's just on the other end of the table. I will have a look. Let's have a look. We'll leave that for a second. And puffiness. Where's my list? At the back here. Did you try those? Was it oils that oh no, I think that was Andrea, oils for anxiety. MNOP. If you haven't, have you been to my my face yoga, Hayley? Because there we do a lot of no, that one's been, I need to sort these cards out. This one, that's the one that's coming up, and we do a lot of the movements that move that lymphatic and start draining that lymphatic juices in us, and really good for puffiness. MNOP, don't know my alphabet. Six, yeah. You're still asleep. Yeah, I'm usually up at 6 a.m. Let's see. There's nothing in there. Let me just check here and see what I can find. Definitely, is it eye puffiness or just body puffiness? Body, okay. Let's see. You could do a nice bath for that. Would be good to release the toxins. Yeah. Where are you in Australia, are you, Hayley? Yeah, Brisbane. Yes, you've had a nice heat wave going on, eh? Definitely. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what I can find here. Yes. Yeah, why does that not say it in my book? That's interesting. Dandelion leaf. I have a nice tea with dandelion leaf. I'm sure it's got nettle in it. You can use parsley too, and horsetail. I have teas that are on my Linktree that have those in it. All the cleavers, they're very good too. Cleavers, the red clover, calendula, obviously, because it's a calendula is a beautiful skin herb, and if you put it into a balm, I have a calendula balm that I use that helps remove that lymphatic and moves those lymphs, and then reduces the tissue congestion that they have. But yeah, you could do a tea with dandelion, nettle, and some of the cleavers. So that would be a really good tea to drink. So you're getting it inside you. Do you dry brush before you shower? That is a really good way for, I do that every day, and that's a really good way for getting rid of puffiness in your body. Dry brushing. So you can get special body brushes that you use dry and just dry brush, and it just stimulates everything. Oh, you have gloves. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, try that. That's really, really good. Um, you could use calendula in an oil as well. So after you've done your gloves, had your shower, then oil up with a calendula oil, body oil. That would be good. So you can just use sweet almond oil or jojoba, any of those sorts of oils for the body as a carrier oil, and then add some drops of calendula oil. That would be really nice. That would, because that would cool you down. Calendula is very cooling. That would cool you down. And amazingly, if you use ginger and Epsom salts in a warm bath, that will actually cool you down and reduce puffiness as well. Yeah. So there. How was that? My book didn't tell me much, but yes. But yeah, calendula, if you look at calendula is I use it lots. I love calendula. It is fabulous. You can grow it too, and then you could dry it yourself. It would be it does many things. It'll be in here. I mean, it's just marigold, isn't it? But it's a specific marigold. It's a Calendula officinalis, and it's fabulous for inflammation, for the lymph glands, menopause, menstruation, pelvic infections, skin wash. If you got you can get calendula in a tea. Well, you could use calendula, dried calendula leaves. This is a good way to do it. And so make a tea, let it cool down, obviously, and then use it as a wash over you. So get calendula tea, let it steep for, depending on the size, you'd want to do a couple of liters of it. So you'd want it to steep for a good 10 minutes, and then just wash. Absolutely amazing, pure skin wash. That would be really good. That would be really good. Yeah. And yes, so try that. Try that. Fabulous. You have, I missed that. Just going back up. You have dandelion tea. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Hi, Evie. Hi, Evie. Wonderful to see you. Yes, I love calendula, and it is good. And you could even just, excuse me, you could even just soak your feet in the Epsom salts. You wouldn't have to you don't need to do a bath. You could just get a big, especially a brass or copper bowl, and put, I have a big copper bowl that I put Epsom salts in. And depending on what I'm feeling, I put different essential oils in. So you could put calendula oil in with Epsom salts, as well as put some calendula flowers over it, so in it as well. That would be divine. I want to go and do that right now. You've got me going. You've got me going. Hello, Sherry. Lovely to see you, Sherry. And you've got the brush. Oops, chat's moving. And magnet rollerballs. Excellent. I like that. You're onto it. Thank you, David. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Follow David. Hey, so excuse me. He's got a live tomorrow. 5 p.m. I think my time. Here in New Zealand. So His last one on gratitude, with gratitude in his tracks, was just spectacular, and I've been doing that all week. It's been really, really good. Fabulous. All right, back to our card. Yeah, yes, go and do it, Hayley. Go and do it. All right, soothe. So we had slippery elm. Slippery elm. So the oracle meaning of slippery elm is a change of fortune, and situation looks set to occur, and they could be major. Although it may appear challenging, it will be a very positive end. Will be very positive in the end. A definite turning point is indicated, and you have been prompted to take a more active hand and not just let things evolve around you. Don't get discouraged by any setbacks, as they're going to be a natural part of the ebb and flow. And keep yourself positive. There is much to be optimistic about. Good fortune, positive growth, and steady upward development are shown. So it's a tree that is native to North America, the slippery elm, and it can grow up to 19 meters or 62 feet. So it's a big tree. And the leaves are broad, so you can see them there. They're quite broad, and obovate in shape, and a rough on the top side. Quite a lot of leaves have the roughness underneath, but they're rough on the top side, and velvet smooth underneath. They are slight red at first, and then green through summer, turning a dull yellow by autumn. And the flowers are a petulous and a reddish brown. So they're good for speech, for protection, for spell breaking. The deities are Cronus, Saturn, Fortuna, Lakshmi, and Oya. And the planets are Uranus, Virgo, and Saturn. And the signs are Capricorn, Aquarius, and Virgo, and its element is air. So there's a little spell that we always have with these cards, and I'll put them into my group. So if you go to my About page, you will go right to the bottom, you'll find my groups. I put it into the All Things Tea group usually for this one, since it's at the Tea Live. And so you tie a yellow thread around a piece of slippery elm bark and toss it into a fire to stop rumours or anything like that being spread, or even starting. You can do it and have the intention of assisting a child to become a good speaker, or you could do it to create something that you carry around your body or your neck. You can carry it on your person to create immunity and negativity and any health problems. So it's a smoothie. So this smoothie will not only help you soothe your problems, it will soothe your physical system as well. And drink it when you're experiencing turbulent emotions and do not wish to have any more. Who wants turbulent emotions? So you get together some slippery elm bark powder. You can buy it like that. It's already been processed and it's in powder form. You put in some dried peppermint and you add some coconut water, and then you mix them together. Actually, this would be really nice for you, Hayley, to cool you down with the coconut water, because coconut water is much more hydrating than ordinary water. And so yes, so mix the ingredients together in a beautiful glass, make it special, make it a little ritual sort of, and then say, and here's to you problems I face, thanks for the lessons, now away and with haste. And then drink the mixture. So you love coconut water. Yeah, it's much, much more hydrating, especially when it's hot where you are at the moment, Hayley. Coconut water is much, much better than water. So do both, but coconut water will hold that hydration much more than just ordinary water. Excellent, my lovelies. Excellent. Next, tomorrow. I'm live again tomorrow. And so I'm live just before David's live. And that is, we're going to be looking at the crystal moonstone. And it's not there either. I'm getting really slack. I've got all the old cards here and not the new ones. So tomorrow, go and look at my profile and you will find the event that is crystals and essential oils. So the crystal we're going to look at tomorrow is moonstone. And then I've selected vanilla essential oil to go with moonstone. Ah, yes, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. Hayley, I love that. I love that. So yeah, so that is tomorrow. And if you go to my, since I haven't got the card, I need to get better at that, don't I? If you go to my page, you'll see what the time is in your time. So it's 3 p.m. for my time. Hello, Dan. Lovely to see you. My pleasure, my pleasure. I'm glad you found it insightful. That is awesome. That is awesome. And yes, if you want to know a little bit more about crystals and essential oils, then join me tomorrow. If you want, you can sign up to my newsletter. So if you go to my link tree, which is on the bottom of my profile, I send a newsletter out once a week, which has a crystal, an essential oil. It has some face yoga, a few face yoga routine that you can follow. It has oils and diffuser things and anything you want to create using the oil, and it's just filled with all beautiful things for you to use, to make, and to read about. So please sign up for that. And this has been recorded, and so it will go up on the Tubes of You. And it's on my group on the Book of Faces as well. And so if you want to join that group, I put things in that as well, and then these get loaded up to there as well. So thank you all, my beautiful friends. If there's no more questions, then I will love and leave you, and hopefully maybe see some of you tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Bye.